Hello everyone, we're back. And yeah, we're gonna do the thing where we're gonna mosey on into content land. Cause why not? Muguka is suffering, we're gonna do some more Final Fantasy, which means, by the way, I need to doop and doop. There we go. Timer's back up. Timer's starting. Ye to the ha. Alright, so, last we left off, we were doing storyline. Which I think is actually... Yes, I have done all the side questy stuff, so... We're gonna go to the nearest place, Namai, and we're gonna continue on. Tea. Off stream, I was trying to push more into, more of the Palace of the Dead, and I got a pretty good run going, and then I flubbed a mechanic and got turbo murdered, which kind of sucked. Not even really sure why it flubbed, but it did, so I died, and it sucked, and I was upset. That wasted probably a half hour of time. Sucks. I lost several pot shards, which I'm also not happy about. Because at this point, that's really it. I'm getting the pot shards out of that and leveling up my gear so that I will have that maxed out. Because like you really got to push that to 99 and all that. Is what it is. So we're going to continue the storyline. We're going to run down some time. Boop, boop, boop. So we need to go over here to the boat. We need to go to the Dolmens. To go to the Dolmen Enclave, because of course you can't go there directly. You have to be boated over there. Boaters. And we want to go there. Wait, have I tuned this? Oh yes, I apparently have. Okay. Well, while I'm thinking about it, check the Bone. The Bone has money. See? Bone has money. Money is now mine from the Bone. Go for him. And off you go. Oh, no. Field exploration. Sign. There you go, bunny. Alright, bunny is off. Quest line. So, we were gonna talk to Hien, because, yeah. But yes, they've been improving this place. It looks really nice. We have Aetherite now. There we go. An ambassador and his retinue. Yes, that's right. The people showed up, and it's the brother of just the worst way to end off a villainess of, oh, suddenly she has amnesia, and now she's in fact perfectly fine, and also a child. But, you know, still sexy. Gross. Like, are you serious? But yeah, that's where we are. So let's go about our merry day. Hehe, giant wolfman. I see there are a lot of short folks. Wait, hold up. How are you? Oh, it's my hat. I was like, how are you shorter than me? But also, I am, where is it? There you go. Wait. Yeah, there we go. There we go. She said no pickles. Okay. Hey Zero, how's it go? I'm back on the case. I'm into Final Fantasies. I'm gonna be running more storyline. I'm at what is probably going to be an absolute shit show of a time in the story, because I've already just really checked out of the yeah, she's actually perfectly fine now because she has amnesia and is a child. But sexy.
I offer you my humblest thanks.
But this guy.
Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dormai. himself. Nor
This
be
man
welcomed into
has
his
the
magnificent
smuggest, most punchable face every time he opens his mouth.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace.
Ah, that's fair enough, Sierra. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get all the way through.
Such negotiations are typically
Gonna try and get
between sovereign
through
nations.
the Endwalker stuff.
I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
I want to
His
at least get through
radiance has
everything ahead
yet
of
to
time.
do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and
Oh
treat
yes,
with her as
cede
a
you.
friend.
See, we're actually going to just treat you as a vassal state. Yeah.
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory.
Yeah, because you guys are kind of sociopaths. Or at least led by one.
While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom,
Yeah, why don't you
Emperor
work with
Varus
us, the
wishes to
total,
explore the
like,
possibility of an
symbol of
alliance to
awfulness
combat
in
this
your
common threat.
worldview, to
On
get
the
rid of
condition
these
that
other
Dorma
things.
renounces summoning and pledges to police the Cordian's practice of it, his radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Uh-huh.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning. And it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise.
We've kicked you out once, we'll do it again.
With regard to the Cordian, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection.
Which we don't
Yet
really have
even
any,
now,
like,
there are
is there a
certain
difference
parties
between the
who destabilize
kami
region
and
with
icons?
ill-conceived
Or is it
military
just, like, a
forays.
different title for it?
Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Did I just see a puppet story time?
Quite.
I did.
I can but
Alright, well,
in seeking to eliminate
as
icons,
is my
the
usual
Empire
love,
creates them.
science
'Tis
news.
an irony among ironies,
So,
one
in
with which
science
the people
news,
of Eorzea are well
we have
acquainted,
had
I am
a
told.
resurgence of the
Indeed, many
room
summonings are the result
temperature.
of persecution,
Uh,
the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong.
Man,
So
persecution.
it
You
was
mean
no
like the
amigo,
racism back
bitter
there?
fruit of Garlean oppression.
Yeah, huh?
A tragic
So
state of
anyways, yeah,
affairs. If we are to
the stuff
put an
is
end
called
to summoning once
LV99,
and for all,
and
it shall not
originally
be
it was
through
touted
might, but
as
harmony.
a new super material
Yet
that
we
is going to allow
continue
room
to
temperature
repeat our mistakes,
superconducting and blah blah blah
oblivious to
blah.
the lessons of
And
history.
well, everybody was like,
My
"Hey,
comrades and I would
suspicion,"
change all that.
and
We,
like
populares,
everybody
campaigned
and the
long
furry
and
with a
hard for a
chemistry thing
shift in imperial
started
policy.
doing tests on it.
And at last, the Emperor
And
has seen fit to
everybody
lend us
found
an ear.
differing results. Everybody was kind of suspicious. Well, now there has been a big
Alas,
study done that has come
there
out,
is a faction
and
within Garlemald
the
that
new
would
study
obstruct
was
our
like,
every
hey,
attempt at reform.
everybody was right
A
in their
collection of
suspicions because this is a
cool-blooded
crystal,
Garleans who
and
seek to
crystals form
consolidate their
differently
own
depending on
supremacy.
the situations
The
involved in the making of it.
omnipotents.
So we have set up new methodology for making this
Lest
same
you
material,
wonder,
and
theirs was
because
the
we've
hand
done
that
it in
loosed
different
off the
ways, we've
grips on
been
the
able to show different
Confederacy.
results.
'Twas a
So
regrettable incident, one that
the
flies
answer
in the
is
face of everything we believe.
yes.
And I
If you
swear
can get the
to do
crystal to
all
grow
in my
right,
power to
then
prevent
yes, it will
reoccurrence.
create the superconducting at room temperature.
That would
Now,
be most
how is
welcome.
that right
But
to be
if I may
achieved?
speak plain,
They don't know yet.
if
That's
the
not the
Empire
point of the
itself
study.
is not of
The
one
study
mind,
was to show that
how can we be
yes,
certain
you
any peace
can
we
in
negotiate
fact
will be
show
worth it?
that it should do it. And if you figure out
I
how to
cannot
make them
blame you
right,
for doubting
it will
us.
work.
Indeed,
So,
I should find it strange
while
if you
it's
did
not a
And so, in the
complete
name of
solution,
building trust,
it is a
I would
statement
like to make a
of
proposal.
we're going to
Crazy
have that
exchange.
material over the next few years. Someone is going to figure out a way to cook that stuff. you know, like science meth
Under
and make
Guardian rule,
a room
no
temperature,
Feudormans were
room
conscripted
pressure
into the Imperial
superconductor.
Army. We would repatriate them in
So
return
that's
for
pretty
those
cool.
of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange.
So there's your science story time for the day.
Yotsuya? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit.
Politics, because that's a great way to end after
The
the...
Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand.
I mean, hey, if you want to,
It'd be a
you know,
lie to say I would
if
not
you want a
also be
Breaking
glad my
Bad, the
sister's
next
safe return.
scientific progress and huge leap forward in advancement, do it. Go for it,
Fellow
man.
plain speaker.
Furry in Russia started cooking up that
Very
stuff
well.
and found that it
Your
was
proposal
possible,
has merit,
so,
but I need time to
why
consider
not?
it.
There's actually been a couple of
Of
interesting,
course, my lord.
like, big science
May we
advancements in the past few
remain in
weeks.
Dorma until you have
Already,
come to a
like,
decision?
for this year, there's been some big stuff. A group... So, a big problem with advancing
shall be our
computer
honest guest.
technology is there's a lot of investment in
Yugiri,
the use
leave the
and
ambassador and his
application
retinue
of
in your
silicon as
See
far
that they are
as,
well
you know,
put up.
microchips and things like that. And so, of course, you've got the mining, you've got the processing, you've got the creation of the
You have
chips,
our
you have the
gratitude,
manufacturing, the
Lord
micro soldering.
We
All
shall
this
look
stuff
forward to your answer.
is geared and set up a certain way, and so you have economies of scale. The more you do of something, the cheaper and easier it is to do. So you have economies of scale built around silicon. And silicon is not the best of materials, and it's hitting the limit called Moore's Law, where you can only get but so much silicon into a set amount of space because of just pure physics. That's fine. So what a lot of people are doing is, instead of researching ways to improve that or change that up, they're researching ways to integrate newer technologies in the same manufacturing process. And a group has done just that. They have figured out how to basically cook graphene, which is a carbon setup, and use graphene in a way that can be applied like a semiconductor and applied in the same manufacturing processes that are already in existence. And a college research group has done just that. They have been able to cook this graphene such that it attaches and can be used as a semiconductor. And the basic premise of it is because of the carbon and being able to cycle it much faster, turning it off, turning it back on again, and having directed current flow like you do with silicon, you can use it in the same place, but it is massively more efficient power-wise. So they have started to show that they can do that. And because it's just carbon, carbon's all over the place. And in fact, we're trying to keep carbon out of the atmosphere. So it may actually be a good thing to be able to have this carbon stuff, assuming that they can do it without any kind of like weird, nasty chemicals or odd processes kind of thing. So already this year, there has been multiple massive scientific possibilities, which is pretty cool. And we're only, 9 days into the year? It's pretty baller. Should be a fun year if everything doesn't just blow up. Ambassador mentioned of Yotsutsu left me at ease. Yotsuya is the lady that went from interesting villain but just had a bad voice actress to is now a child. Born sexy yesterday. It's just the I must pretty much know, which means that's a little matter of memory loss. In present conditions, she would not yield any worthy intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Yeah. No, I never thought on the matter. They're just gonna kill her. Yeah, it's a little choice, but except regardless, without some brothers and sisters languishing in the camps, I cannot well turn my back on chance to secure their repatriation. Only the kami know when I will be afforded another chance. Yes, there you go. Yeah. Oh boy, politicking. That's something that I care about after trying to save the world several times. Go on, keep us in company. We're gonna save for now. Nodders. Okay. Alright, so. Pushing the story forward. Let's get into that Shadowbringers nonsense. No weapons drawn, negotiation is no less the battle. The stakes could be as bitter as high. A misplaced word and people could die. What? Alright. Is any of this any good? Not really. Nothing I particularly care about. I'll take the Dozo stake because that's fine for when I'm doing the, what's this butt? You know, actually, Zero, if you wanted to do any Palace of the Dead, I could run as my warrior a bit more. Alright, but right now, gonna continue the story. Alright, well, I better suggest I wanted to say the brief tour of the newly liberated Doma. A moment, if you would. Okay. Let's talk to Bowlcut here. Asahi? This is no pleasure. I really wish to extend the true words of the famed Slayer of Gods. It truly is an honor. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. We have a good... We may have stood opposing sides of the fight, so I see no contradiction in a lot in the movement to battle with our common enemy. Lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin. As we speak, Lord Heian deliberates over present, and I would take this time to see the lands I want to call us home. Yeah, okay. Let's just, you know, roam the spy around the country. That'll be fine. Fine. Y'all can pay me to be a bodyguard. This sounds like he's just gonna blow himself up and then say it was terrorism, and then he'll use an excuse to attack Doma. This just sounds like it's a setup for stupid crap. Alright. Where are we going? House of the Fierce. Looks like a Twitter porn bot. No, actually, seems like a real person. Alright then. Interesting. That, on the other hand, is a just bot. Whatever. Let's go. It's kind of funny, all the different mounts with the different soundtracks, and at that 10-year anniversary, I got the one Doggo, thinking, oh yeah, that's the Doggo that sounds really cool, and it's got nice music to it. But now that I've been doing this a bunch of times, I kind of want the Doggo that plays the Dreamer song from the White Lady Goddess, because for some reason, that song keeps getting stuck in my head. I actually really like it. To the Monza home to the Queen Madoma Samurai. The Yatsutsu intended to send some autonomy here, but only by way of warning. Leader Savage served only the incensed people and spurred them to rise up and protest. You know, like she was told to do. That's a better view of what remains of the castle. We must proceed through the ruins. Nodders. Nodders. There's a giant elephant over there. Can't fight that. I don't have a healer. It's a cool looking thing though. See? Gajasura. I don't know. You know what? Let's find out. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not doing a lot of damage. I don't have any stuns, so can't really do much. Well, this is what I get for poking something at random. Go, Queen! Punch it good! Yeah, I definitely don't have the damage output for this. Probably because I'm conceivably level 90. Well, 89 and a half, but I don't have level 90 gear. So I'm wildly understated for where I should be, which, that's fair. I may have to just yeet, beat feet and yeet. I mean, my Chocobo is still alive, so... It may take a while, but as long as I keep not standing in the stupid, I'll be alright. There you go. Go, Queen. I love watching the Queen go in. It's a darn shame that we can't keep that thing out longer. That would do more anything, because it's such a cool... I really like it. Well, as long as it's wailing on the Chocobo and not me, I guess that's fine. Yeah. Well, you know what? We may actually be able to get through this. It's just going to take forever. But... I might be able to hunt this myself. Wouldn't that be something? I really do also need to get, like, better healing potions. Because all I've got is just, like, really garbage ones. Someone did say you're supposed to just cook your own. And, I've never gotten around to doing that. Alright. One more rotation, we'll have the Queen up. There's Queen. I feel like Chocobo is not gonna last long. Which means we're not gonna last long. Because I think once it actually decides to stop wailing on the Chocobo and start fighting me, we're gonna be in a bit of a trouble. I don't know. I'm actually doing pretty good. If there were literally anyone around, this would probably be over already. This is actually what I was talking about. There was there's another person on Le Twitter, and one of the things we went back and forth talking about was just there is so much content and so many things that literally no one is doing because they're older content or, you know, stuff in Realm Reborn like Coil of Baphomet, where it's just so much content left on the ground because no one's running it. And so you can either wait half an hour to an hour hoping that someone will random into it and run it with you, or you'll just flat out not be able to do it. And, you know, while there is the party finder, there are oftentimes no one doing the party finders for that particular thing. So yeah, you're out. Like you got nothing going. Oop, well, there goes our Chocobo. You got nothing going. There's no way to do it, and it's either vital content or main story progression content, because there's a bunch of those that can only be done if you have people joining in. So you're just kind of like hoping for the best, but unable to get any of it done. And those are progress blocks. Those are places where you're likely to lose players because they can't do the thing that they need to do to progress the story. So they're just gonna leave. Any like a major story quest that you can't do because you have to hope that people are gonna randomly do it as a raid is a point where people are just gonna clock out. Major story quest stuff is one thing, but even stuff like, Coil of Bahamut. Coil of Bahamut, really interesting. Coil of Bahamut also recontextualizes some important stuff for you that you would not only not know about, but also would drastically change how you feel about certain characters and certain stuff in this game. And if you can't do it, then you would never have that attachment. And a lot of older players who have been there for a long time or have friends who brought them in on board kind of thing do forget that new players are not going to have that. New players are not going to have that understanding that they got from doing this stuff. They're not going to have a party that they joined in with. So they're not going to be able to go to some of that stuff. And as such, they're not going to get the full experience that they have gotten. And that's unfortunate. Some of the stuff too could just as easily have bots, have the NPCs just like you do for some of the main story. But there's a lot of the main story that is lacking that NPC, so you can't do that stuff solo. You can't do that as a player like myself, or a lot of your new people who are going to be coming in and going, wow, I really should try this thing that's this award-winning, everybody's moving to it game. People are not going to be able to get that better experience, and they're going to not stick. And while that is, this is going to be speculative numbers, because obviously I don't have access to player counts and things like that. But if you have that better experience and 50% of the people stick to the game, versus you don't have that better experience and now only 30% of the people stick to the game, that can be a lot of players who don't stick it out. And if you don't have those players, the natural die-off of the player base as you get further into the game and into the higher grade stuff, you start reaching a point where you've had so many people getting filtered at different stages along the way that now you don't have enough of a healthy player base to do those end game stuff. Like in theory, I'm almost to max level despite being only halfway through the game. But I would still be a player that would, just by existing and doing some of these things, improve the experience of other players. It's like in Warframe, you can buy the currency, and you can use the currency to buy stuff that you don't want to grind for. But you can also buy the currency and then trade the currency to other players who do want to grind. So now those players have the incentive to do that stuff, even if it's not for them directly. So now they have incentive to play, and they are improving the game for the people who don't necessarily have the time or don't want to do that particular set of grind. And all of that feeds back into a healthier, longer-term player base. And since I have almost 4 more days of time that I have to do, and in theory we'll probably have more of that, and having spent almost 300 hours in this game at this point, it is in my best interest to want a healthier, longer-term player base on this game, because the more people that get to the later stuff, the more able I am to do that later stuff. Which is why I appreciate that the roulette system that they have in here incentivizes all players to do the roulette system. And by doing that, it just makes it so that people who are at lower level stuff still have a full experience for a lot of the quests and a lot of the missions and the dungeons and things like that. But at a certain point, you have so much content and you have so many things on that roulette that the likelihood of those randos doing that content gets smaller and smaller. And so eventually it is highly unlikely that anybody will be doing that particular content. And it does seem as well that there is, let's say, a bit of filtering such that it, the people that are in the roulette, even though it is supposed to be entirely random, still seems to focus on certain missions and certain story parts, because those are big story beats and you want those big story beats. You know, the fight against earlier on in Realm Reborn, the big fight against the Ultima weapon, like, that's a big story beat, right? So you want players to experience that, and you want there to be very little wait time to get into that. So that one, even though it's unskippable cutscenes and a lot of miserable stuff that a lot of the older players do not want to have to deal with, you get those ones filled real quick. Hey, Bard. And you get people into that real quick, because that's important. Whereas some of the other stuff, particularly the side content, or, you know, the content for in-between expansions, seems to be less focused on and less rolled for in the random roulettes. So some of the Alphascape stuff, which was in fact very fun and very enjoyable, like, every time I'd get to the next chunk of that quest would be another half-hour wait, another 20-minute wait. And that's not fun. There we go. I beat him. Alright. I was kind of hoping I'd get like some kind of thing for that. Oh well, I sold it. So you end up getting a lesser experience because of it. You don't have as much of enjoyment as if you were a player at the time when it had just come out. So, you know, obviously, I'm not a game developer. I don't necessarily have a solution for this kind of stuff, but I can say for certain that some of the content does not matter. It's not functional nowadays. It's just kind of there because it's hard to prune things. People worked on stuff, so they don't want to necessarily remove things that people worked on. But at this point, you have a 10-year-old game. You need to be thinking about new player experience because you always need new players. You need to start pruning stuff or making things completely optional kind of deal. Because otherwise, you have all these things sitting around, taking up everyone's time and dividing how much people can get into things, but not providing any real benefit. Yeah, a little bit, Bard. I was just talking about how, like, so like Coil of Bahamut is a perfect example. When you start Realm Reborn and you find out that the reason why it's called Realm Reborn is because Bahamut showed up and Old Man McPointy Ears sucked and failed, and we don't know how the world was okay, but we do know that he died. So all you know of this guy as he tried and died like a bitch. That's it. And everyone's like, oh, he's so cool, he's so important. But on the other hand, why? You don't know why he's so cool and so important. You think he died like a bitch. But if you go to Coil of Bahamut, you find out really cool stuff. And in fact, the stuff for the 10-year anniversary would make no sense at all if you hadn't done Coil of Bahamut. Ah, thank you for the follow. So, like, if you hadn't done the Coil of Bahamut, the 10-year anniversary wouldn't have made sense at all. So, it makes doing that important to the game.
It seems they won't go quiet.
But because it's, you know, Realm Reborn content, nobody's doing it in the roulettes anymore. So if you're lucky, a half hour to an hour, you might get into that. But you might not. You might never be able to get into those because people just might not queue up for it. And so that is important content that you can't do. Or in the parts of like some of the main story quests, you can't progress the game because you can't do that. No one's running those anymore. So you literally can't progress in the game. You hit a just roadblock and are told, well, sucks to be you. And they have started making AI companions. Like, you can have NPCs in some stuff, but even in the main story quests, there are parts where you're gonna hit, and if no one's in the queue for it, and you don't get lucky, you're stuck. You cannot progress the game. You cannot use NPCs on there because I don't have them. And it makes you miss out on parts of the game. Or makes you unable to progress parts of the game. And it's sad. Because like some of them, like I said, some of them are really nice content or really interesting. You know, I stuck it out for the Alphascape stuff because the Alpha and Omega stuff was actually very interesting and I enjoyed it a lot. Oh yes, I guess I'm supposed to be saving them. But like I got lucky to be able to go into those at all. And that sucked. I would have really liked to do those and had a much more likelihood of being able to get to them, but it wasn't worth like queuing up for that kind of stuff on stream because, like I said, I'm waiting a half hour to an hour. I'm doing other stuff just to even try to have something to do while waiting. And likewise, you cannot queue up for the one thing that you really want to do while doing some other stuff because you have to drop out of the queue. I couldn't do this mission while being in the queue because this is technically still an instanced quest, and if I'm in this, I can't go to those ones in queue. So if I want to do this and progress main story, I can't be waiting on, say, going to Alphascape. So there's some pruning of things that are completely meaningless, and there's some just older content that no one's doing that don't really provide anything other than, like, I would say learning about the White Mage lady and that leading into the Tower of the Dead. I like that. I find that interesting, but if they cut that since no one's running the Tower of the Dead anymore, I would understand. But that would prune out a whole bunch of dungeons and a whole bunch of other missions and a whole bunch of other content that no one's running, and then makes it so that there is less of the different possibilities on the roulette. So more likely that people will get into the things that are left.
That seems to be the last of them.
But I do wish that they had more of the NPC options for more of the stuff, because that does make the game wildly more accessible for people.
Child. You are safe now.
That makes it much more likely that you can get into things and get hooked on the game and get enjoyment out of the game.
Thank you, sir.
There are no NPCs for any of the Mandeville stuff. And I would argue that the Mandeville stuff is at the top end of quality for any of the content in Final Fantasy. So I would 100% say that all of the Hildebrand stuff is things that every player should do. Am I getting enjoyment out of it? No, because I've been in Stormblood for like 20 hours. And Stormblood started off strong and then went to White Savior Lady and started off strong with 3 cool villains. And then the one good one died. The other one just became lame. And the third one has decided on no change whatsoever because they just gave her amnesia. So now she's born sexy yesterday and also has no character change at all. So she doesn't even get character growth. She doesn't even get change. She just gets to be a set piece.
The empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
So I'm looking forward to getting to the next expansion.
Must you always be so pointed?
in the hopes that it will actually be good, because everyone says it's much better, and everyone says that, yeah, Stormblood's pretty weak. But you've had Realm Reborn, which is not bad, just old. And then you've had Heavensward, solid, very enjoyable. And then you fall out of Heavensward into Stormblood. Which even Stormblood has good points. But then there's also just garbage. A lot of just garbage. This smug asshole. I hope they go somewhere. I hope they go somewhere with it, but right now he opens his mouth and I want to beat him with his own jaw. So, we'll see where it goes. But it doesn't matter, because I have at least 3, almost 4 days of chat mandated time that I'm going to be spending in this game regardless. Yes, compliment me for not murdering you on the fly. Alright, back to the Enclave. I'm afraid I guess so, but I rather doubt the good people now would take the sign of imperialism with blood still dripping from his blade. Even your company, my presence only for a distraction. Yeah, they're probably gonna try and kill you. Don't worry, we gave some of the peasants guns. They're good at it now. Also, as another one of those key points of really good stuff that I like, look at this little bugger. Look at him. He's so small and stupid looking. He's so small. Alright, yes, that's right. Back to the Dolmen Enclave. Yeet. Thinking of that, what's it? Emanation? Emanation. Her. I want to fight her more because I want to get her mount because I want to hear that song when I'm traveling around. I don't know why. I just like the song. I did not know about the USS Wisconsin. How would you name a boat after Wisconsin, though? While we're here. Flammenwerfer for chocobos. There you go, buddy. Drive-by helpfulness. The USS Buck. Huh. In 1952. Alright. Ah, yes. Foggy. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Doma. Doma. Alright. You giddy. Alright. Okay, let's go talk to the Lord Yen. North Korean artillery post on the hill. Hit it with a 155 shell. Well, I guess it'd be hard to miss a boat. Ain't a small boat. Scots in reply with a full broadside of 16 inches. Welcome back. Yuri tells me you copy her and I see it to everything. She. Paso forwards your Yuri a chance to fall apart. I must rely on you to supply details. So please tell us what unfolded. Turtle showed up, then we shot him. I mean, if you're gonna have a full broadside, you might as well use it on something. He truly first he was. There was quick doubt him when we first met, but his eyes didn't seem genuine. Yes, it's almost like he's an ambassador and a politician. I mean, I still don't think he can be trusted because he's literally from the Garleans, but... if I was swearing, summoning should be simple enough considering you never dabbled in the first place. Zeus knows summoning force using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault. The said relics bring their this day is all but certain the act of summoning exhausted their stores of aether. Without rock crystals and people to kill, they can't summon them again. Let's say our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Domus Liberation, we forged closer bonds with Wunchin. So we use the blue against the red. And we exchange as agreed and we get full credit also for the successful transition. Which means we're going to have to hand over. We're gonna have to go hand over that lady as a part of the prisoner exchange. Oh no. I care. I mean, if you have guns that are basically firing a Volkswagen Bug at anybody, I too would want to use them just because. Tango. But yes, see what I mean? About
I brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company.
evil villainous that, like, horrific war crime to the country for years is now reduced to sexy child eating
The world
dango.
has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river.
Yes.
Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
So, like, this doesn't even make any sense because, like...
What did I do? I don't remember.
Because now she's just, like, a born sexy yesterday, so, like...
Was it really so terrible?
Not even, like... She
Tell
doesn't
me,
get any
please.
character growth
What did
or
I
any
do?
agency. And not only that, now it is both... This person was awful and you should punish them for what they did. But also, that person's not there anymore, so you're gonna threaten a puppy to make you feel bad about it. But, like, none of that is satisfying at all. This is just bad writing.
For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
So this isn't like a fair argument to make. This is just a lazy one.
Show mercy.
It's like, if we punish her for what she did, then aren't we the bad guys too? No.
Deny me my rest.
No, because we don't even know if she's just lying.
Spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
So I don't know. This part right here
It is
just
the will of the God.
really falls absolutely flat, and it's just lazy. Just like, well, shit, we couldn't think of a way to, like, have her have character growth and change, so just take it all away. Don't have to change if you aren't the same person anymore.
If so, her life is not mine to take.
So, whatever.
It is yours to safeguard.
Congrats, you now have a daughter figure, I
On
guess.
the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Garleans shall have their viceroy.
Huh.
So the people will protest. They will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Yeah. I had started to hear some rumblings about that.
Thank you,
I
my
just assumed it was a bit. But I mean, like, if he is, like you said, he's been around for 13 years.
Kept our guest
And, yeah, I think that he's earned it at that point. And he started to kind of, like, fall out of favor with a lot of people, too. It's better to step out gracefully than step into a landmine of something stupid.
Setsu not seem strange to you?
It's like he's got a kid, right? So
His sympathy for your Tsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered.
yeah, he was holding up the building and then got shot in the side.
He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it.
Yes, let the old mountain
It
retire.
falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Yeah, you have to give him credit for, you know, playing a DPS class as a tank. So I think it's time for him to retire. But yeah, I mean, like, 13 years on YouTube, like, that is a dire situation to go through. I mean, like, I hope that he's been paying the rest of his crew well, because, like, obviously they're, like, rolled up in this too. Like, his, striking, fending, maiming, I guess, like, heh. Well, remember, the game's only been around for 10 years, going on 11. I feel like if I have to play 10 years of Final Fantasy, I will want to retire from streaming too. You know, I understand that people get pigeonholed into doing a thing kind of deal, and you gotta hope that they enjoy it. But at the same time,
My
like,
apologies.
if you are
Our
forced to do the
deliberations
same
took
thing
longer
for
than
a long
expected.
time, you can get bored of it, and you just
Think
not want to
nothing
do
of
it
it.
anymore.
The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
I mean, at this point, he's so big and so well known that
We
people
are
put
willing to
jokes in their
cooperate with
game
you
at
in
his
combating
expense
the Icon
about,
threat,
like, yeah,
but
theorize about
also in
this kind of
exchange
stuff. So,
prisoners.
like, eh.
Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name.
No, they really are just
Clarify,
gonna flat out tell
she
him.
is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all.
Ah,
If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
so he's gonna go more of a director role
And if not,
and have someone else be the face of,
you will
game
accommodate her
theory.
here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely
Well,
doubt
he
she
does,
will be
like I
of
said,
even
if I
extra
recall
value
right, he has a
to the
very young
Empire.
child, so that
She
makes
spends
sense
her
to want
days
to
daydreaming of
be able to
Dango.
take some time off. Help, you know.
Dango. How dreadful.
Dango, how dreadful. I love it.
Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding.
Yes,
you
in our
have shown
recent,
us.
getting our ass kicked.
Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
In private, are you just gonna fucking shiv her and then leave?
Bring her a plate of Dango. She would be most pleased.
They're really gonna lean into that joke a lot, huh?
Will see you to her chambers.
I feel like he is probably gonna murder her. I like the glasses guy that they got with him. It's the same, you know, it's a shame that they're probably not gonna use that character design for anything. I mean, do you see what I have streamed for some time with my face on there. When I was doing, you know, Rainbow Six Siege and stuff, because I was doing exercise streams while I was doing it. But honestly, I feel a lot better having my, you know, puppet avatar instead. It's a lot more comfortable, really. Never did I imagine it'd be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of your condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. You remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much is in your... Yeah, because she would have stabbed him in the throat when she saw him if she remembered anything. But, again, this could all be an act. We don't know. Once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will ensure people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yangshi. This will take time. Blah, blah, blah. We'll do with the Kojin. Before you take your leave, there's one matter. I was informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Domans from a band of Kojin. The right of the Red Kojin is that the Empire is making. We are not for our transgressions, those children will not need saving. See, that some people in the Garleans are good? Question mark. No. You're trying to paint shades of gray by having slightly less black. And that's not the same thing. Like I said, Stormblood is just really weak on a lot of story points. Alright, old man. Have your daughter figure in the lady that was torturing the crap out of you before. Alright, whatever. Oh, woo. Alright. Yeah, see, look at that. While that's not an important thing to do those fights, it is a fun and interesting thing, and it is extra stuff to do that would make you more stick around for the game, but it's a 30-minute wait, if you're lucky. Or you can wait until you're at max level and come back and do it yourself, at which point, why would you have gotten to max level? You couldn't do any of the side content, so you didn't have a lot of the stuff that would make you enjoy the game and stick around. So, just little side thing there. Ugh. I love so much of the Garlean design stuff, and yet you get none of it. You're allowed none of it in this game, and it's such a bummer.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure?
Maxima. His name is Maxima. Okay. Seriously though, this guy, like, I don't know if they're leading up to using him for something.
I cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
Okay. There it is.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
See? Like, that's not even a surprise. That's not even like... One, we knew that he was the one that sold his sister to, like, being used. And two, like, nobody, like, they don't write so good. So we already knew that he was just being a smug, lying asshole.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Yeah.
Ignorant savages.
Savages believe in human.
For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
Righteous cause of Check's notes. Conquering, enslaving, and exploiting
How dare
everywhere.
you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors.
They got a point there.
Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Yeah, no, it's the echo. I'm allowed to, like, see things in other people's brain. Because the echo is just mind control. I've said it. The echo is just mind control. Xenos! Yeah! Oh, he doesn't have his rotary shotgun sword yet.
Reinforcements? No, just one. Cut him down!
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you big mad because I fought Xenos and you weren't cool enough for it? Is that what he's big mad about? Is this where he gets his first katana? Is this the first time Xeno becomes a weebo? I am here for that. That sounds hilarious. Yeah, because he's got a gunblade. Is this the first time he became a weeb? Is this when he created his rotary katana holster? It is! My boy! Kills everyone around, picks up their sword. I like this. I'm going to make this my whole deal from now on. Yeah, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
See, Xenos was one of the good parts of Stormblood, because he is just an unrepentant bastard.
This one is promising.
Yeah, this is when he became a weeb. Awesome.
Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
So you're saying that you became a fanboy when you saw Xenos just roll up and rickroll through everyone?
The former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
He's just gonna roll over with a katana and go beat his ass himself.
Who was that?
Bye, Xenos.
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the crown bloody prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
Xenos, yay!
That was Lord Xenos.
Ah, so you are a fanboy of Xenos. Well, welcome to the club. We have t-shirts. Xenos! You a fanboy of Xenos? Oh, he big mad.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
Okay, bowl cut, calm down. And there it is. Back to politician.
Lash out like the beast you are, at an emissary, and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
Ah yes, the Genova Convention.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
Okay, fanboy, get out of my face. I have a gun, and I have no one that can stop me.
I will cherish this moment.
I'd just like to point it out, you're being an asshole to someone who is a mercenary, has a gun, and no one in this country can physically stop me. Just saying. Guardian technology. Goodbye, flying cockroach. And this is where they shoot the laser at us. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure they just fly off and it's supposed to be ominous, but I just... Bowl cut is not very threatening there. I don't know, there's damage fall off, so it may not be useful at this range. I like that cool tower over there, though. I have no idea what that is. Well, that was rude. Anyways.
You look troubled, my friend.
And then I tell them all the shitty things he said, and they're like, oh, wow, dramatic.
Of all the memories to witness. I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos.
You're telling me that lying bowl-cut scuzzball wasn't look like somebody who'd be a giant fanboy about a war criminal? Shut the hell up.
No store by him or his enlightened. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, after the way I risked their lives.
My lord, you bet.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, but now we have a chance to bring...
If it means bargaining with the monster. Oh, and they're talking about me.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Nah. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I am a war criminal at this point. I have literally been paid to shoot children. Oh, yeah, waiting. As he no longer thought it necessary. Or perhaps it's the fact that I have psychic powers because I have the echo, you know. Now it's not that time. Should proceed as planned. The red coach must be placed on surveillance. Guardian prisoners made ready for the exchange. There we go. Nodders. 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 Progress. I'm gonna wait for them to, like, gather up the prisoners for the exchange, and then the Guardians just, like, fucking bomb the area out of existence. Da, 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 da. Yes, call for us when you need, this over here. I feel like at this point in the story, the Scions are basically just, like, the Warrior of Light's handler. Like, you're just kind of there to make sure that they don't cause problems. Back to Kugane. Oh! Why, look at that! We've got side quests! Oh! Can't go that way. So that's the minstrel, which means we're gonna have some kind of boss fight unlocked. Extreme versions of things, most likely. What you got for me, nerd? Ah, yep, extremes of all the I'm just gonna say the furries. Extreme versions of the furries, I thought. The Four Lords. Yes. Alright, the bard will make up stuff about it. Feared and forsaken, seeking death and solitude, saved by fellowship, snow-white harbinger of doom, become beloved legend. A haiku by you. Look at this fucking nerd. He's like, ah, yes, I'm in a foreign land, so I should look the part. Now I have a katana and a kimono. So the Balco face was weakling, but the picture you painted rather less intimidating. Suddenly willing to cuddle, at least reach out and rub the belly. Or perhaps he has grown more reserved in his old age. There we go. One extreme unlocked. Alright, that's it. All of them. Yes, yes, we fought the thing. We fought the tiger, we fought the horny, and we fought the snake. And I like that the 4 legends are like the north, south, east, west of... Yeah. So, because it took so long to actually get into any of this stuff, I did some of these off stream. And Suzaku is the Phoenix. And Suzaku, the Phoenix, was turbo horny for the samurai guy. In fact, over the hundreds of years after he died, she found out how to grant immortality to people because that's what she wanted, was to be with him, but he's dead. So, oops. But yeah, she was down to perch, if you get my meaning. All right, and then we fought the snake. All right. Go, now we'll have Snake Extreme. There we go. So, the tiger was just like, everybody thought I was a weird disaster piece, and so they tried to kill me, and eventually he got mad about it. The samurai showed up and actually just talked to him and was like, hey, I know you're not a murderer, and he was like, holy shit, someone talked to me, and so he became friends with him. And the Phoenix was just thirsty, and then the snake was like, he kicked my ass, and I was mad, and I took that personally, so I started getting stronger to be able to fight back. Oh god, more of these? Oh god, oh I hate these ones. Okay. The world, our next adventure is to take. Good news is he has. The bad news, however. Oh, I thought nature is sensation. My house is so glad all must be deeply read. Just information in the hands of my fellow shall Yes. Great. I don't want okay, these ones have not been fun. I mean, a paladin would by nature be wanting to get rid of the Lich by just annihilating it with holy magic. Like, that's kind of their bag. And a Lich is kind of an abomination against God and man. So there's Moogles, there's a cat reporter. Cat lady. Because she was anywhere. I suppose one cannot allow a reporter in the midst, not expected to report what she sees. Alma has of late been experiencing difficulties with health, triggering the call to discern what exactly was wrong with her, but found that there's nothing physically wrong with her. Yeah. Or she's being drained by that rock that they picked up, probably to make her into a wish stone. She's napping currently. Wow, they textured you to look like shit. Yep, there she goes. Yeah, sorry, she's taking a nap. She's been doing art today. She's probably getting drained by that stupid rock that we got from them. The one that, you know, keeps someone's soul in it and uses them as a reason to do things and causes mutations. Also, there's Moogles. And this lady who's a researcher? Question mark. Yeah, matter of the next expedition. Yeah, great. Another raid. Discovered during a recent voyage in Estrasans, the Nomascan capital of Rabanostra appears to lie in the ruins of what we can all call ancient capital, lost city of Ivalis. Shortly after, we stumbled across the remnants of the clockwork city of Goog. There's a lighthouse overlooking the Chiron. Say, Goog, were they on Commonwealth? They both appear in my ancestors' account of the rise of Ivalis, the Durai papers. The ancient discovery of this forbidden chronicles now proving Ivalis and letting be more than a fairy tale. There's no denying the proof. It is a matter of time before scholars and historians from across the realm come to the same conclusions. By the way, he's a purebred Garlean, if you don't know. They're part of a theater troupe that has wandered off from Garlean. His name is... I know, actually, tell you the truth, the young Ramses' role in the kingdom's... Cleared my ancestor as false accusations being made against him by the church. I mean, shouldn't we see about your dying daughter? Her spirit is in a state of unbalance and merely requires time to right itself. Ah, yes, her spirit is failing. You know, in a place where you know that souls are literally things that can be taken out of people. You know, her spirit. Yes. These fearsome molebats. By the way, this character is just racism, the character. I mean, he is a Garlean child, so he's just going to be an asshole all the time. The first of the field, or was it the furriest in the field? Would you like to feel my fur, Kupo? That's weird. Don't say that in public. I do all the work, and all you do is jest. I'd be mistaken. I bear neither you nor brother any will. In fact, I think you're just animals. Like he called them earlier. Yeah, see? Suspicious cat face. Thanks, are you here? What happened to this stupid child? Yes. See, I personally think that he's being taken over by the crystal, and it's draining his sister's life to power it. Yeah, see? She's the person who's supposedly, like, really knowledgeable and studied the rock crystal in question. I think it's, sucking the child out of existence. Also, it's very questionable whether or not this supposed, like, Ivalis, this, you know, fallen, forgotten city from previous ages, is even real. Because, like, we know that the rock crystal uses people's soul as a battery to fuel changes and miracles. So it's entirely possible that it's actually just the dad sacrificing his two kids to make a story into reality. Which would be really funny if that was the end of this particular side quest stuff. Either way, off we go. While the nobles in the north south squabbled over this crown, Ramses silently sought to rid the world of dark evil. Evil manifests from the deepest desires of man. His mind fell and prey to the Aurosite. Aurosite, that's the evil rock crystal. Countless companions lost to a cause that would go unwritten. It was far more important than any clash of armies. And so they did endure until reaching their final destination, the Orbon Monastery. I know this one, the Orbon Monastery is where Princess Ovelia was raised. There's a scene about it in the Zodiac Braves. After Delita emerged victorious, he married the princess to legitimize his claim to the throne. Question mark. I understand why would Ramses' crusade against Lukovi take him back there? According to the Durai, the sinister being who engendered the Aurosite said to have slumbered beneath the monastery. So the rock crystals are just barnacles off of whatever it is? Is it a Durgan? Are we going to get to meet a Durgan? Ultima, the High Seraph. Oh, we're going to go find a biblically accurate angel? What's a Seraph? Seraphs are believed to have been servants of the gods, divine beings who carry out the will of their masters. But all to what clear this tale, I don't know. There are many who referring to her as the Angel of Blood. Sick. Sounds like a 90s metal band. One of the Spellkeeping Sugar claims to experience the Praetorium, also called Ultima, was in fact an elegant interpretation of the very magics introduced to Heidelin by the High Seraph. Or? But that would mean that I spoke with several colleagues in Charlian regarding their opinions on the ancient incantation, while the matter in which Ultima ethereal manifest should not be possible, at least on this planet. So it naturally makes sense if we discovered that the Elegants learned the spell from being not of this dimension. Yeah. What matter of creature are we talking about? Aliens! Speaking of three-eyed aliens. That's right, the Garleans all have 3 eyes if they're purebred Garleans. Why? Because? This need for you to deliver personally, a Moogle would have sufficed. A Moogle? And trust you won't tear it and show it to some random person? No. Wow, racist. They're literally your postal service. I want that I could. You don't know? Then what are we doing here? Waiting for the package. There I have ever speed for a cataract situated on the river several leagues southeast of Ravenastra. There supposedly lies a monastery. Sir Kelly is not a name you'll find in any modern maps. Rivers, however, especially ones as long as that, are rare in the nation, once half claimed by sand. There we go, so we know where the river is. Well, thanks to the brothers Moogle, their travels have made them valuable authorities on the area around here. We know where it should be, not where it is. Middle of their forehead, actually. Sometimes you'll see it on this guy here because he doesn't have a covering on it. But Sid, the older guy with the big gauntlet, he has one on his forehead. That's why he has the goggles with the 3rd lens. Well, the VR trackers. So that's why you're still here and taking further blah blah blah. There, VR spurring the strict code of their tribes, abandoning their people to come and live in the cities of Madagascar. Finding and recruiting ones to our cause might prove insight how to reach the monastery. I thought the VR are the bunny people. Nodders. Yeah, see, Sid. See that right there? That gem in the middle of his goggles. That's where his 3rd eye is. Looking to become the boss, they meant to learn so, but the man refused. Nodders. So this device crafted your expansion could not guarantee it will function as intended, seeing as I had an area subject to test it on. Here's a knife. But just say so sure idea. It's just success and good luck. Bye, Sid. Okay. Alright. Well, since that one is unlikely to get us into anywhere, we're going to do Stoa, Thirst, and Snick. I'll just let those run. It just back as it delivered. I have every intention to praise you, but first we speak to Alma. Yeah, Nodders. I find her illness all too timely. Genomas and Rams, I would like to believe that her bouts of vertigo are not but the mind fatigued. It's the aura sight that plagues her. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That she would hear her father speaking with Odious well before his first foray. Not true that Alma was trying to deceive us, rather, I think she saw something that led her to believe her father was conversing with the aura sight. I suspect the aura sight itself that granted her his vision. Blah, 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 blah. That's just MacGuffin talk. Twin design, no? Well, it's never resonated with Genomas. It's always been his wife's pendant, and the Arside child, the Virgo, feels passions flavorless. No, the Odious was bound to Alma's desires. The other reason I kind of found that Alma was not fallen victim is that her desires are not strong as those we have witnessed in Argoth or Bagaman. That and the ethereal interference caused by other nearby shards. Explain all this to Alma and recommend that she destroy the necklace, yet she not only refused, but she begged me to shut up. Nodders. Have a good one, Bard. Get you some sleep. So I did the thing. I devised a means by which I might impede or at least lessen the effects. Stab it with a rock. This device, while incomplete, will amplify the wavelengths emitted by the Virgo. It should work to interfere with those emitted by the Odious, thereby shielding her. Alright. City's all buzzword of a Bongan Brigade loitering by the airship landing. You think it's somebody we know? Is it the lizard people? I like the lizard people. Wait. If that's an exit to Kagane, what's over here? Ah. Neat. Okay, so those are story holes. Well, I don't want to ask about that. Oh, okay. Down on Kagane Landing. Okay, yes. Thanks, Bard. I'll continue forward as I must. It is the lizard. Don't mind me, I'll just be floating over here. Oh, yeah. Because we're here, I know for position. Information on the Golmora jungle, and I thought I might as well travel as you might help them. Just know that is Vera land. What are you offering? Very well, I asked you to meet someone. Now it seems that someone is able to assist Genomus as well. You, the principal, did right by us before. I'll not see what's wrong with both of you. Okay. Let me know when you're ready to depart for Romanostra. Board their lizard ship and be sneaky about it. Ah, it's so small. And jaunty. Lizard, but... That one's got rings pierced through his tail. That's impressive. That would have hurt. Actually, it's a lizard. Would they have felt it? That's a good question. Do lizards feel having their tail pierced? Because, you know, they drop their tail when they get injured to try and get away. Do they even feel anything getting pierced through their tail? Maybe not. You gotta hold it tight enough to jam a spike through it for the ring, but not too tight that it falls off and embarrasses them. That's a mogul. Life of Burgundy in the clouds? Of course not. When we face the decision of what to do next, we simply remember the dying words of our leader. Gijuk and I decide to re-enlist as Dalmascan Fusiliers. Ah, they're pistoliers in the army. And the Archimate actually said yes, Kupo? Not exactly. We're now with the resistance. Ah, I've never heard a Moogle scream. Nodders. Resistance leaders were captured, tortured, and publicly executed. Yet, much to their chagrin, the gruesome display only served to further rally the survivors. Yeah, I bet it did. Group had 2 in its place. Group 2, there are 4. A person can die, but the idea live on. Now there exist several factions throughout Dalmasca. We belong to one known as Lens Tears. Okay. And while we told our commanding officer of a recent crossing with the Earth, she simply insisted we introduce you. Oh, cool, I'm gonna join more rebels. Go away, Moogle. I'm gonna bonk this Moogle. I'm gonna join some terrorists. Well, it says return to Kingania, you have our... Ah, cool, Garleans. Grab an extra dead head, lads. That was a weird part to stop on. Why did you stop? It's a desert place. We've been here before. Why are we here again? I thought no one was actually here. This way, with many bombs to cover before nightfall. But now, deep underground. Well, they designed these, so they might as well get some money out of them. Ah! Hello, Tall and Rabbit. Well, yeah, I thought she'd be tall. Excuse me? I pride myself on being incredibly short. Rude. But. I'm Fran, brown daughter of Damaska and General of Listia. You look like Storm, and I'm okay with that. Well, my kind all supposed to be living amongst the trees, having shunned contact with the outer world. This was the only few left down, so I certainly don't expect to see one here in the sewer. Rude. Indeed. This Bonga claims he seek our bone. Does he speak true? Nodders. Those ruins lie deep in the Gomor jungle. Oh, we're gonna go see some bunny people. What's more, Boaki tells me you travel with Galleons, openly aiding those who would see our nation burn. How do we trust you? I have a gun and do stuff for money. That's someone. My blade is tasted. You have a gun. Are you gonna argue with me when you have a gun? Liver are the enemy. Despite this was a change of heart. King Ganjanowis does not approve the Emperor's warmongering. He wants to help Damascus. What would a Moogle know about my people? Does your blood run red? We could cut you open and find out. I mean, it's a Moogle. Be pretty funny. You're right. Let us parley. Parley? Parley. Parlez-vous français? This requires men and women from Doma and the Orsian lands to join us in ridding Damaska of its imperial invaders. Your past deeds have made you well known. They will listen to you. Or if not, they will listen to the Scions. Second, this requires money. Yeah. As I embedded the trading company, which continues its dealing with God even as you raise your sword against them, profiting from the Empire. That's the aggression of my people entitled to a portion of those profits. Ah, that's fair. See me to victory, and I'll take the Emperor himself. Those are my conditions. What say you? Bet. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna be like, heck yeah, another rebellion to foment? Sure. Scions, so you're saying we can start another rebellion? Nodders. I like this rabbit. Even the feast of the aside to accompany the Liberator, I expect a detailed report of how my demands are received. I like her. She Angie. Tiny Angie bunny. Much rage, little bitty rabbit form. You're a fool to trust him, princess. Are you talking to hallucinations too, like everybody else in this side quest? Everybody gets to have a voice to talk to, and I don't get to have a voice to talk to. Mine went away. Well, sort of. Well, like I said, don't report your findings. Alright. Into the tiring room? Excuse me? Why is it just called the tiring room? Someone asked much of us. We have been wary of outsiders for centuries. There are many tribes that remain hidden in the jungles, contented with solitude. The tribe has its own code and punishment for anyone who defies the laws. Tribes are wholly independent. They have agreed to uphold a single standard: shun all contact with outsiders. Also, the only visual know who got us to the monastery. Seems your sword arm won't be enough to see us this predicament. She'll need to don the right mantle of a diplomat. No. What could go wrong? Don't ask the puppet for diplomacy. I'm not good with that. I like this Banjo-Kazooie ass music for this. Yes, yes, I know I should not call us a surgeon, but a surgeon. Alright, not exactly. I put 2 requests for immediate disclosure, but the minor that information is much too sensitive to discuss. Meet me at the Ruby Bazaar. Okay. Apparently I'm gonna go talk to the East Indian Trading Company. I invited all of ours, yeah. Okay. Look at this guy over here. Company muscle. Yeah. And we've got the bunny lady over here with her cultural appropriation tale. And we've got the drama person and another drama person. And out we go. Waggy, hop waggy. They've already got an answer? I mean, I haven't even talked to the guy yet. Okay. How do I get out of here? Exit, exit. I hate that. There's no reason for us to have multiple stage teleporting through every single thing. It's just such a waste of the player's time. Off a ledge there. Yeah, it's just such a waste of everyone's time. That constellates us at the bottom. Saw we? Yes. Let's go. So a cat, a lizard, and a murderer walk into the East India Trading Company. Bon God, he was expecting you to be alone. I'm Hancock, representative of the Exploitation Company. It's a pleasure to meet you. Alright. Ah! It's our friends. Hi, Yugiri. Hi, Tater. It's a tater after all. Why, was it? Sir Learn, well do I come bearing my lord's reply to your entreaty. And I'm Tater, 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 Tater. I'm only here seeing as how no one else could be bothered. What, Jesus. What tidings you brought us? Nothing. Skull. We got shit for you, Captain. Is there a polite way to tell you to fuck off? They suggest, well, that's polite, we're not in a position to grant you the funding. Yeah, no shit. They ain't got nothing to offer, and they ain't got no plan. So, well, they seem to provide self-neutrality. Yeah. I should know, well, yeah, let me say it is here in Gashi. Applying someone to any one group would make it appear we're my favorite one group. It isn't openly and fairly with everyone. Doing so would send the wrong message. And by selling both sides, you maximize profits while good men and women perish. How convenient. Gee, capitalism. Anyways. We have business we don't know how to survive. That does not mean, however, we're blind to the needs of our customers. So he ain't got nothing to offer, she ain't got no money. If ever I trust to provide you a little assistance all the funding needs, suppose my good friend knows, well, it's not my choice. It's the money lender's choice. Same thing. Same. Yeah, see? It's all gonna just be the same thing. Oh, you sure won't be able to cross over the other lands. We'll also be unable to. Yeah, because you don't have anything to offer. Let me guess, you do everything in your power to try and convince them, but each his own polite decline, blah 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 blah. Yeah, you're not offering anything, lizard man. That's the point. You don't offer anything, so they're not gonna take the risk. You could just be some rando. However, what has it last attempt to reclaim you can abandon failure, resulting in the loss of countless lives, including many of the resistance leaders. You're not mistaken. Our army is not what it once was, so it's made to be forced to take refuge deep beneath the streets. Then, 4th Legion has already defeated you once, lacking unity and leadership. The current resistance will not survive another tilt against the Emperor's ranks. Doma's to hand and must provide that you stand as one. You seem like a nobody, is what everyone's saying. Yeah, even with the rest of Moscow, the Emperor's growth out, and among people who sought in chaos will be empowerless. It's a kingdom. Nodders. He refers to Lens Tears, am I correct? Lord Hands refuses the must. I should help you plan your next step. Probably didn't try to move on and maybe miss swing great room for the next. He's right though. Lady Frown a lot displeased to hear the return. This whole time it does, we still let this face play out? Yeah. It's all considered to prove an important point to our leader. Yeah, you ain't offering nothing, so you ain't gonna be treated as anything but nothing. Why don't we loan you some money and cream and sugar? Who will do stuff for money? I like Broad Lizard Man. Why can't we play as the lizard men? Like we can't play as the goblins, the kobolds, the snake people, the dog people. It's just exactly what you're seeing yourself to. And honesty today will serve us better than any hollow promise. Yeah, see. Hey, what about the Gamora jungle? Money Tater. Well, right back where we started. It won't be happy. Yep. And the Greed Indie Company is just like, we're neutral, wink. You don't have anything to sell, we don't have any money for you. Well, there we go. Progress. Wait, why would I be going to the rooms? Yeah, it is the main storyline thing to go talk to him. Ah, unfortunately, we're over here, so we're going to go do that. I would really like to do any of these. But alas, I don't believe I can solo those, so... Okay, don't need anything fixed. Huh. Alright then. Social friends list. And nobody's early on. Oh well. Now, one thing, party finder. Great Google Library. Oramvale. Elskier. Oh, extreme. And these are our P ones, but I see that one. Or extreme. Alright. Let's watch out all this one last. Understand, why would Lady Fran send us a wild chase if we knew it we never not? Augie mentioned something about Franberg, the point leader, whoever it may be. The princess, if you paid attention. People in position of power can prove both naive and stubborn creatures. So telling leader she's wrong and not convince her of the fact. The one's unplanned fail, however, is often the best medicine. Yeah, that's fair. Resistance is doomed. Person is supposed to good friend is taking orders, but the chances are this leader is even worse. I'd not be so certain. My guess is the individual in question is still quite young and inexperienced, and Fran is trying to teach her to be an effective leader through example. By allowing her to make her own mistakes, Fran is granted the ability to learn and grow. Experience will ultimately benefit her. I seem to recall reading that one of the many faces are some sort of a young girl of royal blood. You cease with your baseless presumptions, defector. Ah, rude. The door was open. Yeah, we let ourselves in. This is an airship. What do you mean you just let yourself in? I would be here on notice against my better judgment, mind you. Hello, tiny Angie bunny. Greetings, I'm Genomus, and blah blah blah. Oh, you failed in meeting an even single of our demands. Recognize you're sincere. For that effort, you have to be compensated. Okay, lady, you walked up in here in a dominatrix outfit. That's a weird statement to make, and you should probably, like, clarify. Yeah, but thanks. We'll not forget this kindness. Father, I shall plot a close immediately. Okay, child. Hey, it's the other child. Mommy, you should be in bed. I've slept another. What are our guests? Once again, prepare to leap in danger's maw. Keep your wits about you. Lady Fran's strong, but again, so is Bagama. Little rabbit. I want to boop her snoot. Ah, if you'll excuse me. Oh, did we don't have a tank in this group yet? Jump to the surface in your condition. Listen to me, brother. The High Seraph beckons. She speaks to me through the odious. The what? There's no need to worry. We've devised a plan and I can help clear our family name. We're gonna go fight a blood angel. I am your father and I insist you remain here in the airship. What's your mother? Mother, that's all about. It's always been about. You don't care about anything. You want to use us to use the Orsight to bring back your mother. Awkward. But you haven't been able to do that. You still don't understand how exactly it is the shards translate this desire into reality. That's where I can help. Ultima has bid me come here to her place of imprisonment. If we free her, she'll reveal unto us the secrets of everything. Wow, that sounds like a lie. Brother's right. I sacrificed too much already. I can't bear the thought of losing you, either of you. It is too late. Ah, there we go. Called it. Hey, look. Put the rock crystal on her. Huh. Well, that didn't look like it worked at all. Yeet. Help me. Nope. Alright. So that was a thing. Sucks. Balls, balls. Alright. So. I was gotta do the ready check, dang it. There we go. Let's go. Mamma does mamma. Mamma does mamma. What do we got? We got a tank, we got a healer, we got 4 DPS. We'll be fine. Leader man, do the thing. Knowing my luck. So it looks like you'll get to do the thirst a few times. Arami Tama. There we go. Suzaku, the Phoenix Queen. Has a breastplate, because, obviously.
Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you! You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes!
There you go. Oh no, quick, use the flamethrower on the Firebird. Hehehe. Already gotten a vulnerability up. I am a bad DPS. Ow. Do we have one that we're focusing on, or are we just gonna get... Uh-oh. Oh, that's bull. Well, apparently I was not out of that. Oh. Well. Okay then. Did not kill the birds fast enough. We let the birds get too close together, huh? 1 AoE per bird. Ah, okay. Alright. Okay.
Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you!
Okay.
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes!
Spread out. There we go. Hey, and I didn't get hit by that one. Phoenix down. Get it? Because she's a phoenix. Ooh, 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 ooh. Spread out, spread out, spread out. Okay. Alright, so now it's going to do the thing, and all the feathers are going to go off. And then we spread out. Now we spread them out. And there you go. Our Namatano has begun to disrupt the live stream. Spread out.
I could not bear to lose you again!
Okay, so what's going to happen is things are going to come at us, and you need to face the right direction. And you will block the go juice. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we don't have a full player count, so we're not going to get all of this working. But we should be okay. Assuming everybody who's standing on the things does their part well. Yeah. So we got it okay.
Trust in me, my love! I will protect you, I promise!
There we go. And we survived.
Hearken to my melody.
And now we do literally burn her down. Oh. Ah, well.
It must be thus. I'm glad.
So if you pay attention, you'll see what order it's gonna hit the fire bombs. And I was not paying attention, so I got blown up a couple times. But there we go. Alright. Phoenix down. Literally. Suzaku beaten. And at this point, we have saved her from her horny, and she is now a proper god. She's one of the 4 lords. See, now she's back to being a burb. Assigned burb at godhood. Greed. Greed. I don't know. Gonna go for it. Hey, okay, copper. Alright. So we got a coffer. That's pretty cool. What did we get? We got the sunrise copy. We're gonna open this. And we got Suzaku's revolver. Nice. What's it look like? Not bad, actually. Looks pretty cool. I like the little feather motif and stuff. I may switch to it. It looks good. If I could have one of those coppers, I'd appreciate trying to get dark weapon. Oh yeah, I'll just greed on the next offer then. Oh, look at you with a samurai. Ain't you fancy?
Tenzin, 'tis I. Sheathe your sword, I beg of you.
Tenzin is the samurai that she is big thirsty for. There we go.
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
So we spread out. Kabooms happen. I did not get lit on fire, so that's nice. Whoop. Rude, 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 rude. Okay, that's fine. Alright, she's gonna use Phoenix down, bring back the burbs. Oh no, that's right, Feather Time. Oh, that's bad. Timing on that's a little short, but we'll be okay. We gotta wait. Okay, now we can spread out. Why do I have two? Okay. Ah. Okay.
Tenzin, 'tis I. Sheathe your sword, I beg of you. You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
There we go. Good spread. No kindle. Poisoned. Alright. Wonder what they mean by 1 AoE per bird. I don't quite understand that. Oof. Alright. Come on, we can get the bird down. We didn't get it. Oh no, we did. Alright. Alright. Everyone picks a circle. Now we play DDR.
I could not bear to lose you again.
Now it's time for camera DDR. Oh, it's actually balanced. So we don't have extra ones. Okay. I like this. This is a really interesting game mechanic. Because it makes you have to pay attention. Look at that. 38 this time. Like a boss. Because we balanced the...
I will protect you, I promise.
There we go.
Please, my love,
Wait. Okay, bird goes to that one first. I'm not. That's bullshit. There we go. Nice. Suzaku's Codex. I mean, I'll just read on that. Oh, I got the Codex. Okay. So we got Suzaku's Totem. We'll do a couple of these just to be helpful.
Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you!
Alright. Cool, we got a bunch of
You
damage.
gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
Lol. Got nailed by that rekindle, huh? Flamethrower! Oh, one got up and moving. Weird. Keep that bioblaster going. That does good damage. Okay. There you go. Okay, those all go off. I've got one to me. Die already. There we go. Too many. They always seem to futz that up.
Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you!
There you go. Screams, which were reduced.
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
Spread out. Off she goes. No rekindle damage. There we go. So I guess all of her moves can bring the burbs back to life. That's interesting. So basically we just need to be careful. Especially if we can avoid, yeah, rekindling any of the birds. Okay, interesting. Great, mechanic learned. And now the birds. Alright, die. Okay. Ah, right as I got it. There we go. Okay, on to the next mechanic. Nice. Spread out. Should be even.
I could not bear to lose you again.
Let's see what it says. And nope. Okay. As long as we got one on every spot. And we're balanced. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. This also gives us damage up stat, which is nice. As long as we're nailing it, we're doing good. So it's damage up if we get it right, and damage down if we don't. So I have a 10 stack of damage up. So DPS do good.
Trust in me, my love. I will protect you, I promise.
Nice. Undyne, is that you?
My melody.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go this way.
If it must be thus, then I'm glad. It is you.
Didn't move fast enough. Oh well, done. Nice. Hey, Suzuku's rod. Yeah, what? Yeah, we'll say 2. Probably just kill the feather in the center to completely avoid the birds. Alright. But yeah, I got a couple more runs. These people are being very helpful, and I'm knocking out an extra thing.
Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you!
Yeah, she wanted him to sheathe his sword. Oh. There we go.
You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes.
No. Kaboom. Right over that person. And only one bird up, so that's fine. Alright, we're making good time on this, so. I think we finally got it down pretty good. The center one? I don't think we're gonna have this one done in time. Yep. As suspected, we did not. Ow. Okay. Go, my queen. Alright. There we go, we've got the mechanic.
I could not bear to lose
Now, you
you
guys
again.
know that this is probably not going to be right. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Let's get that buff. Nice. Ah, yeah. Final Fantasy DDR. Snap. There we go. Perfect.
protect you, I promise!
There we go.
Hearken to my melody.
I already hearkened to my melody, but she's taking a nap currently. Alright, yellow, blue, purple, black. Wait, where's the bird? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Crap.
Then I'm glad. There's me.
There we go. Wow, we did way better that run. Greed. Ah, 58. Well, we'll see what we get. If we get it. Ah, oof, a 90. Yikes. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, nah. That's fair. Rolled a 90 on that. Oof, that sucks. What can you do? Well, I bet they're happy. There we go, I got Suzaku's.
Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you! You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes!
Okay, so as long as they don't get hit by that, it doesn't bring the birds up. So what's the word? Bird up. Lights flickered. I don't like that. Yeah, it seems like this is just working out better. There we go. No birds got up. No birds got up. Okay, cool. Does that res the birds? Oh, it does res the birds if we take out the... Oh, okay. Got it. I see. Huh, alright. Well, now I know. Alright, we're good. We're good. Okay. Next round.
I could
Let's
not
see.
bear
Did
to
it?
lose you again!
Are we good? Gucci. And it gives you time to pick a spot to be on. Alright. So you just gotta face your camera the right direction, you get a buff. There we go. And you also block going into Suzaku. So it makes it easier on yourself.
Trust in me, my love! I will protect you, I promise!
Nice.
Hearken to my melody.
Okay. So black, purple, blue, yellow. Wait, wait, wait. Oh shoot. I always forget it goes the other way. I have Suzaku. Read. And we'll just pass on that one because I haven't used the other one yet. So. Alright. So there we go. Thank y'all for the rights. There we go. We have been polite, and there we go. So yeah, there we go. Kid's sister got yanked, so that's a thing. I guess we're gonna go fight the Bloody Angel. Whee! Which is by far an awesome name for a character in Final Fantasy. There we go. In the jungle. Probably doing a raid of some kind. Welcome to the land of my people. The rabbits, well known for living in the forest. Alma. Huh. That seems bad. And probably a bit evil. And no soul for you. Yep, in he goes. Oh well, never mind. Be funny if you missed it. You should maybe not begone the thing that's holding your sister when she's halfway through the portal. That didn't seem like a good plan. Well, she came out intact, I guess. Blood of the Invokers, fulfill the ancient covenant and grant unto me the vessel promised. Yoink! Wow, it really was just a yoink, holy crap! Quite literally a hand from the shadows, mine. Just cat paw, yanking him into the portal. Bwaggy, this girl's not what you think. Ah, to have a giant lizard man at your disposal. Okay. Have you the courage to face true evil? I mean, that's what they pay me for. That was a fast expedition that went nowhere. Fun cutscene. Alright. Okay, we'll jump around spawn around the monastery. There we go. What have I done? What have I done? You've been a bad dad. Well. We need to do something. What can they all mean to protect ourselves, protect my son from... Yes. Yes, we know. From being the vessel for the angel. A bloody angel. I'm sorry, my design was flawed. Yeah, a little bit. Not necessarily. We also had seen in drawing Alma back. Also, the boy is not yours to bear. Okay. Our focus should not be on our failures, but we have learned from them. The The being beyond the rift. Referred to you as the blood of its invokers. Could it be your ancestors responsible for it? Probably. No such influence. Those lies ever finally an alien avalanche. Then who summoned them and why do they think he's your kid? Yeah. Oh yeah, the rock. Look, it's a beacon. I have a bad feeling about this, probably. Oh yeah, the mind control powers. Your powers. The powers that control minds. Ramza dead? You lie. As well as you carry yourself in battle, Auron. I don't say he's dead, Lord. Merely that he abandoned his mortal best, entrusting his soul to the Arasite. Why would he do such a thing? Peace has finally come to Iblis. There's naught to be had from further sacrifice. Kingdom's won, its victory is as much his as mine. He risked his life and limb to shield me. Without him, I'd not be standing here. It is my duty as both king and colleague to see and saved. Knights, to me, we ride for Orban. My lord, wait. Ajora Glabdados, first of the Zodiac Braves, was not the hero the church would have you believe. He betrayed Mother Heidelin with the promise of coin and power, summoning forth a terrible evil. It was believed only one of the Lord's chosen, only a warrior of light, might stand against this threat. Yet while victorious in battle, Ramza was unable to see the darkness vanquished. If failure was all that awaited our warrior of light, then what chance do you presume any other might stand? Are you saying I do nothing? No, my lord. Ramza is. My brother's final wish before he surrendered to the Eighth there was his name be struck from the annals of history. Alma is led to believe that none other but Auron returned from Orban. What is it you speak of your brother's wishes? Huh. So they're just named after the people in the story? Well, they are. They are literally a drama troupe, so I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't just named after the story. In prison Ultima. But you're aware, my lord, a prison is only as strong as the seal on its gates. Ramza sacrificed his body to ensure the angel blood would never again walk the land. Believe that people knew the sacrifice had only spared them to seek out the holy stones and repeat the mistakes. If you truly vouch yourself his friend, then you honor this, his final plea. Ramza should not be forgotten. He should be raised up as a hero for his deeds and claim his rightful place at my side. Only he might be my knight gallant. Yay. He's gone, my lord. It's already too late. Said it's too late to jazzercise. Your kneecaps are clipping into the ground. Ramza was your friend. Before he was my brother, he was a warrior of light. He did what he did for Heidelin, for those who one day too heed the crystal's call. It is this rock. It contains his soul. Don't do anything weird with it. Oh, too late. That is an outfit. Claim the throne. Become ruler of Iblis and restore peace. Don't leave me, I beg of you. Aw, he loves him friend. You will make a fine and just king. See, do not stray from that path. And then he turns out to be a horrible war criminal. Wouldn't that be awkward? Ramses, the man of God, the man of God. This is all very dramatic. Huh, so they forged the Orsite into gems? Seals in these necklaces, are you certain they will guide the heroes of a new era to Ramza? Just what Ramza wished, my lord. Oran, I do not believe I can bear another farewell this day. Will you not reconsider my offer to remain as a member of my court? Perhaps as a jester of some such. At a time before the Cardinal and his temple knights grow wise to my past, I will not have my presence here implicate you as well. Unish Guardian? Are you a dragon horny man? Also beseech me to strike his name first, but like you, my lord, I could not bear the thought. As such, I penned this chronicle of the hero's journey. But the world, however, is not ready for the gospel contained within these pages, nor would the church ever allow its circulation. I believe they will confiscate every existing copy and lock them away. And what better way for it to remain forever preserved than in one of the most highly guarded vaults in the realm? And one day when the church has fallen out of favor, the chronicle will be discovered. Truth will prevail. You really think so, huh? When they learned you wrote it, oh yeah, I'm dead. Ah, don't worry. I've carried on my legacy. Gross. Nodders. Okay. King's just like, right then. This is a very long hallucination for me to see. I probably all just stand around like, are you okay in there? Like, putting decorations on my horns or something. And now I'm back. It was the echo, wasn't it? Yeah, about that. Some weird, freaky stuff happened back in the past. The Dorai Vapor's dependence is all set in motion by Oran himself. And if Liberator's visions are to be taken as fact, it only appears now. I certain by my blood of my invoker. She does not speak of ancestors as the actual kin, but a line of those chosen by Hydaelyn to serve as her warriors of light. Then why have Doug Brahmsar, or even Alma? This is something you haven't been telling us. Choosing us to lure to you. It's her the vessel the High Servant desires. Makes sense. If you're a warrior of light, you're pretty powerful. Matron's teats! So now we got Thal's balls and Matron's teats. No teats on the bunny. I've been a fool. I told our leader that no matter if our request for aid was refused, for I had an alternate ploy. Oh, did you? It's alright. My intention was to claim one of these Aura site in the name of the residents and use its power to lay waste to guardian occupants. Except, you know, it would have been a terrible war crime. Nice butt angle. Never trusted a woman with ears longer than mine, I always say. Wow. Cat racism. You're right to be angry, and I apologize, but believe me when I no longer desire to save you in yours. I'll see you to the monastery, and there you go. So you were gonna try and stab us in the back and steal the R site, but now you're like, why bother? Can't let the Blood Angel get loose now, so I guess we'll deal with that first. Also, Blood Angel. Again, cool name. There it is. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. There we go. Okay, so now we've got, let's see, we did Hill's Cure, so that one's good. And, is it just a dungeon? No, so... Raid? Yep. Oh god, raids take forever to get into, though. Actually, 8 minutes? Wow. Okay, people like that one. Well then. Alright, I'm remembering to do it. There we go. Suzaku. Well then, don't give me the revolver? That's weird. Usually it gives you, okay, fine. Mirror. There we go. There we go. Suzaku's Great Axe. Cool. Ah, I should have done it for Reaper instead. Well. That's fine. Okay. Let's make sure you've got a buff. There we go. And, yeah. Well, while we're waiting on that, I will go over to Colthus, Falcon's Nest. Let's go get our map for the day. Hey, Doom, how's it going? Yes, I am. I am, still at 3:14. I added time for the last, for y'all's bits and stuff, as well as, the Iceborne. I added Iceborne to the time. Yes, mining. So, yeah, just doing stuff. I'm doing some side quests and progressing in, hopefully into Shadowbringers sooner rather than later. But, not too long of a wait. 8 minutes? That's not terrible to get into a raid. So we'll see how that goes. How are you, Doom? Are you at work today? Ah, Doom is at work, indeed. Nope, no map here. Be gone. There it goes. And this one. There we go. There's our map. Clank. Map of the day. Great. Wrong thing. No, wait. No, I did. Do I not have a journal? Huh. Weird. Did I not remember to get one this week? Whoops. Oh, wait. No, it is, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't get one. Fair enough. Idleshire. Raid? Like, Raid Shadow Legends is doing a Monster Hunter collab? Why not? That's funny. Despite all the memes, I have not actually played any of Raid Shadow Legends. I know there was supposed to be a, some kind of Zoids crossover with it too, that we haven't really gotten any word on. Okay, well, Final Fantasy has been stable for most of the time now. Till now, huh? Alright, so we got our Wondrous Tales book. There we go. What do we got? Dungeon, 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 dungeon. Circus Tower, Dunskaith. 2 Alexanders. Naval, Striking Tree. Cerberus. Okay, so Titan, the Fairy Guy, Shiva, and Odin, as well as Bug Guy. Bahamut Coil, huh? Yeah, 2 Bahamut Coils. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's unsurprising. Like, the thing is, Monster Hunter's a hoe, and they do, like, a crap ton of collabs, because it's Monster Hunter, especially over in Japan. Monster Hunter is big news. So, a lot of these Japanese companies doing team-ups with Monster Hunter is unsurprising. So, that, sure, alright. Why is the sound going in and out? That's really weird. Alright, well... well, that is a mount. Dang. Yeah, I mean, they, Monster Hunter had the, collab with, what's it? The game where you're in, like, the mech suits and fighting dinosaurs. They had a collab with that. And that's Capcom, because they also had a crossover in that game with Street Fighter. So you could have like Street Fighter outfits in it. And like I said, Monster Hunter does collabs with a lot of stuff. They had the Phoenix Wright collab in the MMO, which we didn't get over here stateside, which is a darn shame. And they've had a lot of collabs with other groups too, both like idol groups, like clothing companies, different animes. They had a crossover with Metal Gear Solid, so like even Konami stuff is not off the table. I think at this point too, since Monster Hunter's become such a big thing, even outside of Japan, it doesn't surprise me to have lots more collabs going on. It'd be nice, like it'd be neat to see more Monster Hunter stuff in other things too, because I always find those really interesting. Is Monster Hunter here in Final Fantasy? I hope too that like because World and Rise got so popular that it's leading more people to look at the Monster Hunter stuff, and perhaps we'll get more non-Monster Hunter stuff to do, like the that one where you had like the cat village and stuff, since that never really got brought stateside. That'd be really cool to have that kind of thing. You know, you could have more Monster Hunter experiences. You could have like raising monsters. You could have even a city builder, since like God, what was it? There was a city builder style game that like there were monsters and things like that. Instead of having it be like an RPG, it was like you were running the RPG. You could set up quests for people to go hunt stuff, and you could set up the item shops, and people would spend their money in the item shops to buy gear, and then they could take on better monsters. I could see that style of game, but with Monster Hunter. Like you're setting up a town, and you're encouraging a hunter to move in, and then you're encouraging the better blacksmith to be able to make them better gear so they can take higher rank hunts. And that brings more money to your village and stuff like that. It would be fun to have like that kind of top-down game as the Monster Hunter Guild. Like that would be an interesting experience, still set in Monster Hunter. And that would get more people into Monster Hunter. Because there will always be a place for the Monster Hunter style game. Especially since we've seen multiple other companies try and ape that style of game to, let's say, much less success. Microsoft tried. There's that free one that is apparently pretty solid, but it's definitely more of the older style Monster Hunter as opposed to the World and Rise style. And especially with Wilds coming in a year, there's not going to be much in that sphere of games, I think. But I mean, God's Eater is stuck around forever. And so, like, even some of the knockoff games have had a long bout of success. So, it'd be nice to see more Monster Hunter stuff. Just varying types of things. Because even Stories was interesting enough, even though that was aimed at a much younger audience. Average wait time was supposed to be 8 minutes, and that has gone out the door. Wow, it's pouring down rain outside. It's been kind of dreary and stormy here today, and it's been raining off and on. Waiting in queue simulator. Do 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 boop boo do do boo. Waiting in queue simulator. That's what the game is about. Do-do-do. See, like, this is the kind of stuff, like, they're probably like, why are you just sitting here dancing? Haha! Yes! Mambo with me. That's funny. Join the Mambo Brigade. As we wait in queue. Yeah, look at that. We got 2 or 3 tanks. Probably one more tank and it'll auto-fill us in stuff, I imagine. Raids are such a weird thing because they're either like kick off super fast or yeah, good luck with that. We'll see you next week. And there's no real in between on them, unfortunately. This is pretty much the last thing I figured I'd end up doing tonight, either one way or the other. So we're just chilling, waiting in queue. That reminds me, dude, do you have Lethal Company? I don't remember if I asked or not. I have Lethal Company. Wife does too, although she hasn't played it yet. Getting her into multiplayer games is not very common. Oh, we lost 2. We lost a tank. That's a bummer. As we wait in queue. Da, da, da. Do, do, ba, ba, ba. Da, 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 and now it says 12 minutes, even though that's obviously out the bat because we're at 13, almost 14 minutes. That was February 9th of 2014 is now our... We are a free company with experienced content runners and active members. Oh, okay. Good for them. I'm not in any free company or anything like that. Oh, come on. We went from 2 tanks and some DPS to none again. I just want to do the raid. City of Los Angeles. The orb on my... Dude, look at that Cactuar mount. Alright, that's fair. That is flash. Wow. Yeah. This is kind of what I figured might happen. Just sitting here waiting in line. I saw someone posted up on Twitter that was like their Steam page with a recommended for you. And it was like, because you played Final Fantasy XIV, you might like Q Simulator. It's like, ah. Again, this really is like... I wish that there was a way to be able to do this kind of stuff without having to sit here and wait in line forever. I'm probably gonna just sit here dancing for the next, like, 8 minutes waiting in queue. That sucks. This is not what I would really want to be doing. I would like to go to the dungeon and do the thing, and that is just apparently not going to happen for me tonight. Hey! It worked! The dance has blessed us! Dance the mandeville dance of Q! Ah, alright. The Old Bawden Monastery. Let's go fight the bloody angel. What a place. Alright. Which group am I in? I'm in Alliance B. Bet. One harpy down. Devitalize. That sounds dire. Monastic ghost. Ooh, spooky. Ah, skeletons. How scary. Yeah, let's just deal with this problem the way we usually do, with a flamethrower. Lingering resentment. Rude. Wow, somebody already died. Lol. That's funny. Somebody already bit to dust. How? Probably aggroed something they shouldn't have. Who am I kidding? As someone who's done that regularly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now we're at the end of the game for this. It is getting chuggy. Come on, Final Fantasy, you can do it. There you go, buddy. Hold it together a little bit longer, Final Fantasy. You almost made it to a full 3 hours. You have no knowledge of the past, nor we should trespass in the monastery. Is avoided except when necessary. Okay. Clear the realm of the machinists. It me. Mustadio Bonunza. All paths lead through me. Yeah, well. Would that I could do that. There we go. Well, can't see him, so that's a good thing. I love that I was nowhere near that. Still got hit by it. Well, guess I'll get a vulnerability stack for a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, we're at the end of the day and it's starting to be buggy. Gotta love it. There it goes.
The promise won't save you from what comes next.
Oh, I'm stunned. Darn shame that this cutscene doesn't work. Wow. That took a bunch of us out. Not really sure what we were supposed to do in that one. Ah, crap. Yeah, I'm gonna take that hit. Okay. Now they're gonna do the thing. Okay, there's the left handgun. Which means now we should switch to the other side. Avoid right handgun. Haha! Didn't get me with that one. Wait, it did. Again, not in the thing. Still get hit. I call bullshit. Ah. See? Okay, that time I was definitely on it. We hit level 2. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. Yeah, I don't know what I was supposed to do on that one. Ah, okay. That's fine. Okay, cool. Paralysis. Ah, no, no, no. What? Wow, I was nowhere near that. Cool. I was literally nowhere near that one, but apparently I'll just take that hit. Okay. Whatever. Alright, well, we're almost through this part, so... It is what it is. We've almost got this boss down.
You have proven yourself deserving of the title. So young brave. Witness my journey can, at long last, come to completion.
Let us go, let us go, there we go. Let me get the Jordans. Oh well. Yeah, it's partially on me. I really should, like, at about an hour and a half, take a break, get some stretches, and turn the game off for a sec. Because it just seems like it doesn't get but so far before it just starts bugging out. That's fine. It's an old game, but yeah. Okay. Well, that was a big random blast of something. Yeah.
To the current of life we succumb. Its judgment swift and final. Its bite as cold as steel.
Okay. Well, I didn't die, so I guess that means I used the shield correctly. Ow. Okay. No.
The hearts of men are black with corruption and must needs be cleansed!
Okay. Yay! We did it, question mark. Ooh, that's a... Well, it didn't crash, so... Yikes, we may soon. That's annoying. Didn't work. Oh well. Oh, well, I died. Fair enough. There. Am I doing damage to it? No, it doesn't look like it. This has been thoroughly a weird situation. Well,
Oh, divine light, send us from our sins!
ouch. Well,
They who dwell along...
so we didn't make it through that one. Shield, be sure not to move once you use it. Let's check, otherwise you get paid. No, okay. Alright, so that's the thing. Oh, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the raid. I'm at the end of my stream, unfortunately. As you can see, things are getting a little bit buggy because I've been on here for a good 3 hours and haven't shut the poor thing down. Starts to do like that when you're having to run it in a funky mode. It's my own fault. I did not take a break like I usually do. Normally, I'd be taking a break and stuff about halfway through just to, you know, prevent this kind of thing, and I didn't. Which surprisingly made it till about 3 hours before it started getting really buggy. Fortunately, it started getting really buggy right as I was in the stupid thing. Oh! There it goes. That sucks. Mid-raid too. That's annoying. Well, honestly, on that note, I am going to just go ahead and call it there since it's already having issues. So I will see y'all tomorrow, I think. Either way, thank y'all for coming, and bye-bye now.